everybody. Hello. Hello. Okay. Oh. How is everybody today? I hope everybody's good and having a fine Wednesday. Let it come on. And do some mixed media. Right? This is such cool. So I'm going to do something. Hi. And just how are you? So I'm just got a Sharpie and I'm just coloring in little squares. I am doing great. It's nice and warm. It's a kind of a cool day, but nice day here in Wisconsin, or at least in Green Bay. But I'm chilly, so I don't want to close my windows. So I kind of want to get the winter out. They've been closed up all year long. So it's easier for me to use prompt cards, or I have. I do occasionally. Right now, I'm just kind of doing my own little thing here. Shabby in North Carolina. Nice. We'll put one right here. Yeah, it's weather is so unpredictable. It's crazy. I don't know. Some days if it's short weather, put shorts and a t-shirt on, or if I need winter. A bit warmer. Well, that's good. Oh. And it's warmer. Actually, bring this purple. Yep, bingo daubers. Yep, I love using bingo daubers. It's a good medium to use. Oh, I don't want this one. I keep grabbing that. I don't like that one. I think I got 12 for $14 off Amazon. It's been a while. And then I find them like at thrift stores. And if I see them at thrift stores, I grab them. Yeah, most of the time you can, even with acrylic paint, you can see through. No, that's a delusion. The delusion stencil. Delusion. Look at stuff. Oh. Oh, I need to unplug that. Okay. Oh. Hi, Jasper. Ooh, what surgery are you having? Dropping things all over. Okay, let's see. Got a turquoise, a purple. Let's go with let's go coral. Oh, ouch, Chihuahua. Oh, I know that pain. Yep, you know, I've been down that road. I know that pain. I said that to my doctor, too. I'd rather have babies again than go through this pain. There we go. All right. I put my colors back and I didn't want to. My bad. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I fell down. Okay. I fell down my basement stairs, 12 years ago. Fractured my hip, bruised my tailbone, broke my, I fractured my tailbone as well. I did not know because I was stubborn. I didn't go to the doctor. Okay. Messed up my sciatica. I went 2 years of pain. And I didn't have to have surgery, thank God. But, I was in so much pain. And I'll never do that again. If I fall, I go in now. I don't hesitate. Because I went with, well, it's only a practice. Hi, sweetheart. I went with the attitude, it's only my tailbone. I only bruised my tailbone. It'll, just, and I should have because I messed up my back big time. I did more damage to myself than I realized. Best way to put it. And I really messed up my sciatica. So I have sciatica from it big time. But I got the shots not long ago, a year ago, maybe 2 years. Right before COVID happened, I went for my shots again. And they've been working. But I did slip a disc. But lucky for me, as the doctor put it, my disc went back in. So I didn't need the surgical procedure, but I did slip a disc. I just rested and I didn't have to have the surgery. So I got lucky there. But it was painful. Whenever somebody tells me they're having back issues or anything, I'm like, yeah, I get it. But yeah, I messed my body up big time. But yeah, I should have went in and I didn't. Stubborn. Awesome. I've had roller coasters for more than a decade. Oh yeah, I'd be walking it. I'd be like, well, somebody's standing next to me, and I'd be on the ground. That's how bad mine was. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't stand. I couldn't do nothing. And when I slipped the disc, I was actually in the bathroom peeing, and I screamed, and I freaked out my son. He wanted to call his dad because he wanted to come in, and I'll never forget it. My butt was stuck up in the air, and he was going to come in the bathroom, and I stopped him. And I'm like, stop. So I shimmied myself back up into my clothes, and then I had him get me back in the bed and get me an ice pack. And he's like, I'm calling Dad. And I'm like, no, because Scott's, of course, at work. He calls his sister, freaking out. And then his sister calls my husband. Yep. Oh, somebody could have stabbed me in my leg, out of my legs, especially my left side. I'd have never felt it. I told him it felt like I was dragging along a dead leg. There was, I wasn't feeling no pain. I was in pain, but my leg felt like I was dragging a log around. It's like, yeah. So my husband shows up at home, and I looked at my son, and I'm like, I told you not to call Daddy, because I'm stubborn. Just give me an ice pack, help me back in bed, it'll go away attitude. Well, that time it didn't go away. My husband got me up to help me get dressed, and I fell. I couldn't stand. It took my son and my husband to get me in the car, and I ended up being in a hospital for that. I spent 1 day in a hospital. They put me on some good ass drugs though, like relax, some painkiller with a muscle relaxer. But I tell you, when that disc went back in place, because I slipped just one disc, so they were hoping it would go back by its own. And he said I could go home once that happened, and if that didn't happen, then it was surgery. And between the painkiller and the muscle relaxers, and I moved, and I heard the thunk, and I screamed. But then I ended up in physical therapy after that. But you know what? That's when they see. I was going to a chiropractor, not realize that I fractured my tailbone and my hip, and my chiropractor did not see that on the X-rays beyond me. So every time I got adjusted, he was refracturing my hip. Yeah. So yeah, but I almost dropped my baby granddaughter. Allie was just born when this, but I've had problems the last 10 years. No, Allie's going to be how old? 12 years, off and on. Because the last summer, yeah, I don't. Yeah, you're talking. Allie was a baby when I ended up in the hospital, so I don't remember what they gave me, but I do know they gave me some good drugs, and I know they gave me a muscle relaxer. They probably gave me all sorts of shit. I just don't remember. But was it last summer or the summer before? I don't remember. I ended up with bursitis. You ever hear of bursitis? Bursitis. I think I'm saying it right, wrong. I may be saying it wrong. That's painful too. And that's when they gave me the shots. Yep. Bursitis. That's it. That's that was the newest thing last summer. I couldn't even ride my bicycle. I rode the bicycle to the gas station, which is only like a block and a half away, and I had to call my husband to come and get me with the truck. I couldn't ride my bicycle. I was in so much pain. And that's when we ended up discovering advertitis. Yep. So, see if I can get my pen to work here. I need a piece of scratch paper. Scratch paper. There we go. Well, I kept telling my chiropractor, and this is where sometimes education, they should need to learn to listen to their patients more than their education. He kept on telling me, it's in my back, it's in my back. And I kept on saying, no, it's not. I'm feeling it in my legs and in my hips, and then it goes to my back. I kept telling him that. And he kept telling me I didn't know what I was talking about. That was his attitude. And I'm like, well, then when I went to the emergency room, I turned around and told the emergency doctor that. I feel it in my legs, and then it goes to my hips and then to my back. That was sciatica, he said. Straight up, he knew right away. He goes, you have sciatica. And I'm like, what's that? He goes, your nervous system. You messed up your nerve system, probably from, basically, I pinched all my nerves. I remember when I went through physical therapy, he told me it was going to hurt because all my nerves were so thin. There was hardly any blood getting through them. He doesn't know how I lasted that long. And he turned around and told me, it's going to hurt before it gets better. I'm like, well, it can't be any worse than the pain I had. And then on top of that, I also, with bursitis, what the hell else was it? Oh, God, I can't remember. I can't remember at the moment. But he said I'll probably get that more than once. Yeah, when somebody says, like today, the last 2 days, I've had a backache, but I think it's because I walked so much this past weekend. I haven't walked in a long time. So I was feeling muscles I forgot I had in my legs. I do remember telling my doctor I'll go through labor again before I want to go through this. But they numb my back. When I was in the hospital, like with a needle, like up epidural, like yeah, I did the steroid shots. Yeah. And when I ended up in the hospital, it was about a day and a half because I went in at 8:00, and I was in at 8:00 the evening, and then I spent that night, and then that following night, and it was technically 2 days. It didn't help you? See, I've heard that a lot of people said they got them, they didn't help. And my doctor forewarned me. He told me it may not. And so far, they've helped. I've had 6 shots the first time because they wanted them all in my hip. And the guy that was doing the shots said he did 5 in my hip and an additional 4 in my back. And that was the first round. The second round of shots I got, oh God, last year. And they've worked every time. So I got lucky. And then knock on wood because yeah, the first round was 5 shots in my hip, 3 in my lower back. The second round, it was only a total of 5 shots. And that was when they discovered I had bursitis. Because I'm like, I can't ride my bike. Because I said to my doctor, this does not feel the same as my previous with my sciatica. It doesn't feel the same. And so they ran a bunch of tests. I did this damn machine thing. It was bursitis. I can't ride my bicycle. Can't do my exercise bicycle because I have a bicycle that's like a rowing machine where the pedals are in front and I sit and I'm not up high. I do that, at least I should do that. Actually, I'm probably loosen my back up here. I do that twice a week. And I said, I can't do my row machine. I can't ride my own bicycle. I said, something's up here. And yeah, I do not envy anybody that has back issues. That's for sure. I remember when I first went to physical therapy, he asked me how my sex life was. And I'm like, well, my husband's feeling it, but I'm not. And he laughed. It's because my nerves in my lower region were so screwed up. Mm-hmm. I bicycle all over town. I got baskets on my bike. I go to a Dollar Tree, Hobby Lobby on my bike, and I couldn't do that last summer. It was painful. I remember telling my doctor, I ride my bike all year long. And in fact, I made a comment to my husband, I need to get my bike out so you can blow up the tires. And he said, I'll do it this weekend because it was such a beautiful weekend. I said, I'd have been out riding my bike. I go garage sailing a neighbor. Because when I fell down the stairs, I fell, I hit the bottom of my daughter stopped me from hitting the pavement. That's how close I fell down. I fell down 14 stairs. And he was seeing what I was feeling, because my legs were so numb. So he wanted to know if I was orgasm during sex. And I'm like, no. And it was just all these weird questions. And he's like, okay. It was a weird, because I gave him this look and I'm like, why are you asking if I am having orgasms during sex? He goes, because due to your nerves, and where I was saying my where how my dead weight and my hips were hurting. He wanted to know that. It was, but you know what? I got it after he asked. But I remember him telling me, because at first, before we did, yeah, we're all good here. When he started doing the pressure points, that's how we started out my physical therapy, is hitting my pressure points. He said it's like my nerves were like a balloon. When you fly in a balloon and you let the air out, you hear that sound, That's how my nerves are. They were so pinched off that he had to get the blood flowing through him. That's why he asked about the sex question. And it was funny because he said, you will feel sensation. He goes, when you'll hear a little pop. And he goes, because, and I remember the first couple treatments I got of when he was doing the pressure points, I was like, oh, it hurt. And then I was like, oh, I was feeling something. And I wasn't feeling, yeah. The best, that's how he described it. Like having that balloon pinched off at the end and the air just slowly getting through when it wasn't open all the way. Yeah. But I remember he said, you're going to go home and you will hurt. And I did hurt. He had to ice pack again. But we did like 3 weeks of nerve pressure to get my nerves flowing with the blood flowing faster or whatever. And then we did the physical part, like exercising and stuff like that. I went in at 4%. I came out at 99%. The only reason I didn't get 100% is I couldn't do a sit-up without having my feet against the wall. I told him, I told him, Sean, I told my physical therapist, Sean, I'm like, you try to get a 50-pound weights on your chest. I said 50 pounds worth of weight on your chest up. And he goes, what are you talking about, 50 pounds of weight on your chest? 25 in each side, baby. And I was talking my boobs. And he started laughing. He goes, okay, you're good. I'm like, yeah, let's go get you 50 pounds. And I said, these probably puppies, I'm big breasted. I said, they probably weigh 25 pounds easily each. I said, let's go get 50 pounds and put it on your chest and see if you can do a sit-up without your feet leaning against a wall. And I said to him, I never could do a sit-up. I'm too big breasted. Because he's like, women do sit-ups all the time. I'm like, yeah, and they probably don't have 44 double D's either. This is what I do. I just kind of do my own little thing. I'll come in and kind of trace a little sections. Mixed media is easy. You just kind of do what you want. It doesn't have to make sense. Hi, Brenda. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what they told me, Brenda. Yep. That's painful. Right on my hip. I had 2 spots on my hips. I got put on medication. That didn't work. So then they gave me the shots again. Because I had the shots already for my back or for my hips. So but the shots have been working for me. I have to give them that. So and I don't take any pain medication at all. I do have a muscle relaxer as needed. But yeah, see, it's kind of cool looking. L5, yeah. If I wasn't so klutzy, that's the problem. I'm klutzy. Me and stairs are not friendly. My husband will not let me haul down my laundry baskets downstairs. He does it because I fall down. Hi, Joe. I fall down basement stairs. I fall downstairs all the time. I fall down my 3 stairs that lead out of my house. I bet half a dozen times since I lived here, if not more. That's how I knew something was up, because I fell down my front steps. My son-in-law picks me up off the ground all the time. He's like, "What is it with you and me, Mom?" I go. So now I don't use. There's no railing on my front steps, so I go out my side step and use my the railing. But Sam's like, "I'm not taking you out anymore. You keep falling," he says. That time I hurt myself. I ended up in emergency room on that one. It's hard on my knees too, because my knees kill me. Hello, Joe. I think I said hello, but just in case you didn't hear me, I'm saying hello again. So this is pages out of this book I bought this weekend for an art journal. I did the cover last night. It's going to be my new... I love how big they are. So I did that. And I did this so far in it. And I was like, man, I think I just want to do backgrounds. Yes, she did. I don't know if I'll do any like pictures on them. I think I'm just going to do different random backgrounds throughout the book. I like how that looks. So I went so many pages and ripped out so many. this is the back cover. Where my other journal, I add pictures. I can show you what I mean. Where if I do a layout picture, I do like a background, and then I just, where I think on that big one, I'm just going to do backgrounds. Maybe pull them out later for another project. So I have these cool pages that I had to rip out sitting here, and I thought, oh, I would cry. I didn't want more film when I kept removing the. Oh, damn. Ouch. Who knows? These may show up on my sale too. That's cool, Joe. So I got a new landlord as Monday, okay? His parents are here changing the locks on the other side of the duplex. Mom starts talking to me. I got informed I will get a letter in the mail, and my rent will go up. And I just looked at her. I said, I'd like to meet my new landlord. I think that's don't you think I should know who my landlord is? So then I called the state of Wisconsin yesterday because she goes, and your rent probably go up. Well, they have to give me 30 days notice to raise my rent, even if it's a new buyer. And I called the state to see how that works, and it's 30 days. So this new owner has to give me 30 days notice that my rent's going up regardless. He can't just send me a letter saying, oh, by the way, and then it's 10 days from the initial sale. So, or initial paper sign at my landlord, my old landlord, is supposed to give me notification that I have a new landlord. So that happened Monday. And he goes, I said, well, he told me on Friday that he was closing on Monday. He goes, that's him telling you is not a notification. Notification is a written notice that you have a new landlord and his name is blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. He goes, you didn't get none of that? I'm like, nothing. I said, they signed on Monday. He's like, well, they have to do it. He goes, and if they don't, you hand them this number. And he gave me a number. And he actually started a case on me. Took my information, and I have a case number. He goes, they can't do that. They have to. And a realtor, he said, should know that. So if he has a good realtor, they should know that they have to do this 10 days. Your old landlord has this old landlord, and he may still have to do it, still may be doing it, with all the new information that your new landlord name is this and blah, blah, blah. And And then that landlord has he has to get you proper notification. He can't just come in and say, "Hi, I'm your new landlord and your rent's going to be $900." That's not how it works. Yep. Oh, yeah, he's sending me this guy I talked to yesterday who actually opened the case. He gave me a case number just in case they don't do it properly. I can call back and tell whoever answers and say, "This is my case number." Yep. So there we go. That's the first one. I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, he did that yesterday when I called because I was curious how that works. I'm like, "What do you do?" I'm like, "It's the 11th. Today's the 11th. You're gonna all of a sudden send me a letter informing me my rent is this da 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 da." No. I know there's got to be something I, as a tenant, can do. So I called. Yep. No, he can't determine, like the state guy can't determine the rent. I'm just making them. They'll probably end up in a sale. He can't tell me what my rent, determine what my new landlord can charge for rent. But he can't just turn around and give me this, like, "Oh, your rent's going up as a blah, blah, blah." They have to give you 30 days notice of a rent. Either way. So that's a good thing on my part. Because I was like, I know what my rent is usually. All of a sudden they change it. I have to budget for a change, You get what I'm saying? And that was my worry. And as his mom said, her son's the business part of this. They are just the handy people that when something's got to be fixed. Yep. Oh, yeah, I was on the phone with that guy for like 30 minutes. Yep. Well, that's the thing I said to Scott. Where's our deposit? That's another thing I said to the guy from the state of Wisconsin. I've lived here for 11 years. I paid a $500 security deposit. Not saying we get it back, but how's that work? Do I have to give another deposit to the new landlord? I mean, I don't know how any of this works because I don't know. And he told me no. So that was one of the first questions I asked. Nope, there's no security deposit because the security deposit has already been established. He can tell me he has to give me 90 days to move, even versus the 30, due to the fact that it was a retail sale, that he is like bought this property. It doesn't fall under the lease because we're month to month, and due to the fact that he purchased it with tenants in the building, he has to give me 90 days to move instead of 30. So that's a good thing. But God, if he raises my rent, I want a lot done on this side because my dishwasher, there's a lot that needs to be updated on this side. And I'm okay staying here for a reasonable. I get if he has to raise the rent. They all have stairs. I'm okay. Me and Scott are okay staying here if the rent, if he does have to raise the rent, we get that, but it has to be within reason. But to have that, you'll get a letter in the mail and your rent will be going up from his mother. Wait a second. That's no. I know my rights. And I think that's why they thought I was stupid. That's why I didn't say anything, because I'm like, well, maybe I'll file a complaint. which I really didn't file. I just asked about my rights. Yeah, but I did find out he has the right to raise rent, which is fine. Now, if my landlord would have signed the damn lease like me and Scott wanted, he would have been stuck. He wouldn't have had a choice. He would have had to follow the lease. But my landlord didn't want to sign another lease. Because our lease was up during the sale, and I wanted to sign a lease, and he wouldn't do it. Which I found out is not illegal either. Because due to the fact that my old landlord did not want to read through the lease that we did every year, and he didn't give up just because he was in the process of a sale. The place up for sale, he still should have did the lease with us. So technically, my lease is not expired. And that's another thing. I'm like, because the guy from the state had me get my lease out. My lease does not it does not have an expiration date. Nothing on my lease says this lease expires at da 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 da. Okay. All it states is I have to give a 30 days notice if I move. So technically, this landlord, the new one, if I really wanted to be a BIP, I could make him go buy this lease. Yep. Exactly. So we're just going to see what this new guy is going to do. Isn't that cool? See, I'll probably leave that just the way it looks. I like how that looks, just like that. Okay, what do I want to do on this side? Let's do squares. I never do squares. I always do circles. I get told that all the time. I always do circles, do squares. So let's do squares. Yeah, that's more of a triangle, but oh well. Now what color do I want? Let's go with light pink or light purple. Light purple. Ooh, got a lot of that. So we'll be using light purple for a while. It came out faster than I thought it would. Yeah. Actually, I want to go a little darker. A little bit darker purple, not such the light. So hand on it. I'm going to mix them a little bit here. There we go. As you can see, I'm not neat about it. Ow. Thing is, they keep raising the rent like they have been here around here. 90% of them are sitting empty. There's a house down in a corner that I checked into rent, because I didn't know what was happening here. They wanted $3,000 for it, and the neighbor guy says it's been sitting empty for 2 years. And you can't tell me that whoever owns that isn't paying a mortgage on it. He can't even rent. And then I'm like, is he renting it for Packer weekends? He tried that too, and he couldn't get it because he wanted $800 for 3 days. These people are crazy. Just because I'm 5 blocks, not even from the Lambeau Field, does not mean it's prime real estate. And that's this guy who bought it, this house down the block. That's what his thought was. It's prime real estate. It's not that far from Lambeau Field. But guess what? It's empty. What's it say? Lower your rent. I don't know yet. I got informed because his parents were changing locks on the other side. I happened to be outside. And I asked what was going on. They're like, you'll get a letter in the mail. I'm like, well, I'd like to meet my landlord. And they looked at me like I was crazy to ask to meet the guy who bought this place and who's going to be my landlord. And so I called the state of Wisconsin yesterday. I got a case now. Well, I got a case number so that when I call, if anything they try to pull fast one, I can just have the person just know what's going on. But yeah, asking for my landlord's name and information, I gotta look. Like I didn't have a right to inquire about that. I just thought it was weird that she gave me this look. Yo. Oh, I want to square this in. Yeah. Well, yeah, when I asked, I just thought it was weird. That me asking for my landlord's name, or my new landlord's name, landlord 1, landlord 2. So I told Scott with the state of Wisconsin, because I called the state of Wisconsin. My question was, can he all of a sudden send me a letter? Say I get it by next week, Monday, telling me my rent has gone up to blah, 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 June 1st. No, I have to 30 days. He has to actually come and talk. he's legally, he may just say, I'm going to keep you guys on month to month because you've lived there for 11 years with the previous landlord. Your rent may go up. Okay, we're good with that. If it's unreasonable, I get it. Okay. And, but he can't just send me a letter telling me my name is Joe Blow from da 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 and your rent's going to be $1,200 on June 1st. No, that don't cut it. Because 10 days from Monday when they sign the papers, my first landlord technically is supposed to send me my second landlord's information. So come June 1st, if I haven't heard from anybody, who do I pay my rent to? That's what I said to the guy in Wisconsin. Who do I pay my rent to? He goes, if they don't contact you by the 1st of June, keep your original rent, your $750. I'm like, okay. He says, and contact your previous landlord and say, hey, you better get a hold of the realtor. What the hell's going on here? IPM Artist Studio. And so, I don't know. I ain't worried about it. Well, I am worried about it, but I'm not going to let it sit here and freak me out. I don't want my anxiety to lose its mind. You know? All right, what do I was going to say, I was trying to think. I just watched some of that PM Studios videos, and I'm trying to think. I watched so many mixed media artists and stuff. I can't keep what I seen on whose channel. That's what I do when I can't sleep and I can't craft, or I lay in bed and watch videos. I laugh because like Joe, Have At It, Teresa are always sending me it's Maria here, by the way. Different mixed media channels. Hey Tina, you should check this out. Hey Tina, you should check this out. I just sat through and watched another mixed media artist that does delusions that I've never seen before. I was like, oh my God, cool. I can't match any of them. My talent's not that good. Some of these people are phenomenal. I think I'm good, but I ain't that good when I watch some of these other ladies. Yep. I'm going back in my history. I just watched. Um, I set Dragonfly Files. Yeah, Monarch set. Yeah. Oh, I know which one. On T-shirts. I want to do a T-shirt. That's the one I was watching the other day. I was like, oh my God, on a T-shirt. I want to make my grandkids T-shirts. I was looking in my history. That's what I was doing. Yep. I'm going to get Joe to jelly print. I just watched. Teresa just told me, hang on, yesterday. This is where what I sat here. Yesterday said you need to check out this lady, and I'm like, okay. And I'll tell you, she does a lot of delusion, and it was I can't even say the name. I'll put a channel up if anybody's interested. This is the name. Copy. Paste. This is who Teresa told me about yesterday. She does really good mixed media. And I was like, oh, and then Joe told me about PM. So I was watching them. I laugh, all my friends. Oh, come on. Why didn't that copy? Hang on. Right, hang on. Copy. I suck at spraying. I'll be honest. We need more spray artists using our stencils. Yeah. I suck at spraying through a stencil. I'll be honest. Right now I'm calling this putzing. This is my punts. This is my non-thought. This is where I just kind of doodle and do my thing. I would think so. I've done that. Let's see. Let's do dark purple. Actually, I'm just going to do this. I'm not even going to use my stencil. Martha who? Hi, Dana, by the way. Oh, what do we want? Let's do. Well, that's cool, Brenda. I just bought an airbrush gun at a garage sale for $5. And Scott's dad says he's pretty sure he has a little air compressor. Scott just has to look for it. That little sprint bubble thing you're talking, Brenda, you're better off letting it with the airbrush compressor. I have that thing. That thing's a pain in the ass. Oh, sorry, Mel. The Tim Holtz thing. Just saying. Your hand gets tired. And it wastes so much markers. If that's, I'll grab what I think you're talking about, just to make sure we're on the same subject here. Ugh. Where did I put my stuff? Tim Holtz. I just moved Tim Holtz the other day. Timmy, where are you? Timmy. Oh, right here. You're talking this thing, right, Brenda? This thing. Or the big one that makes ink move. Yep. Yeah, it's in your hand. You put a marker in. Yeah. Well, let's see if I got it. Oh, here. We'll just see if I can use a Sharpie. You put a marker in. Got to get it right on this tip, see? Right there. So that it lines up with that tip. And you have to, see, mine suck. Hang on, I'll show you the last time I used this. Hang on. I'll get better marker. This is where I'll cheap Dollar Tree come in real handy. Let's see if I got a good Dollar Tree one that's juicy. Riley uses these as well. You got to have a really good marker that's kind of juicy. It's the best way I can put it. That's why I didn't like them. Let's see these. She's used these a lot. Okay, hang on. I'll get a new set. Riley's used those a lot. Sometimes you can get away with cheap markers. You gotta line it up on the tip. We'll see how successful I am, because I usually suck at this. I don't even know why I still have this, because I never use it. It's shoved in my Tim Holtz stuff. You got my granddaughter Leah loved doing this, but she was really good at it. See, I can't get it to do it. It all depends on the marker. It's all about the airflow. Getting that airflow on that marker. Yeah, see, I can't get it. That's why I don't like it. I never could get it. Leah could, but I can't remember what markers I gave Leah to do it in. But it sucked the ink right out of it. Because I remember thinking, we're never doing that again. Because it used a lot of the marker up. So, oh, see? See the different tip, though? Brush tip. Don't go using your Copics. I don't know if you guys are seeing that. See, the different tip was, these are ones I got at a garage sale. I picked them up for Riley because the lady only had a quarter on them. Maybe it's the tip too. It's a lot of work. Yeah, your hand gets tired. If you got arthritis, this isn't the toy for you. Yeah, that one's dead. You never bought it because everybody struggled. I know. I got this. See, I didn't buy this new. I got this actually at a garage sale. That's the only reason I have it. But it's a lot of work. You really don't have control of it either. There we go. I'm done playing. Oh. Oh. That's what that thingy digger does. Makes your hand sore. Yeah, exactly. That's why I bought it. Leah liked using that. Does go through markers though, so buy cheap markers. Dennis, I guess he thinks getting a new stove means I'm going to cook more. He brought home a new set of... That's funny. Oh, yep, I think he does. Go. You're doomed now. Oh, forgot one. I'm still here. So this is my oopsie sheet from yesterday. And we're going to see how weird this looks. We're going to change this up. I don't like wasting stuff. And I don't know what I was doing. And I just, I was working on my art journal book. That's what I was doing. This is a book I got this for a quarter at a garage sale this weekend. So I'm going to do just backgrounds in it and maybe later on pull them out. But I took some sheets out throughout it. That's what we're working on. And that's what this was from. Doing the, and that's the back cover. But we're going to go. Yeah. Okay. So I had to itch my back. Okay. All right. Hmm. 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 A quick second. Digging around for something. All right. Talk to you later, Jasper. Thanks for coming in. Well, oopsie. Sheet turned out pretty cool. I think I need a square right here, though. Maybe right there, too. Ain't that cool looking? Actually, first I grab. I'm gonna grab me another map. Right here. This one. Put up there is done. Let's try a new one. There we go. Nova. Hi, Nova. 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 You're just sitting enjoying it. I'm gonna go grab me something to drink real quick, guys. I'll be right back. I'm thirsty. It's a warm one. Whew. Sorry. I had to get something to drink. Nova's in the other room. All right, backside. All right, what do I want to do? Actually, I know what I'm going to do. Just going to finish off the paint on the square. Yep, this is why it's called Tina's Messy Life. You're seeing it. Totally messy. I'm ready. I'll be her. I'll be her. I'm in no hurry. It's a free day for me. Yeah, that one's dead. There we go. Can you guys hear that sound? I got my window open. I didn't think of that. Because it's pretty loud for me. So I don't know if you guys, how loud it is for you. I don't want to go. Ladybug has had her bath. I was like, thank God it's getting warmer. And I said, why? She goes, because I can give the dogs their bath outside. I mean, Dum's got huskies. She's got this like dog washer thing that you hook up. And she runs like garden hose with lukewarm water, you know? It's fun to watch. Oh, I forgot one. I think I'm going to go on the outside as well. There we go. And they're white. So they show every little dirt. She hates the spring when it's rainy. Honey, dogs go outside, they come back get muddy. There we go. Ew. Ooh, another empty one. Might be enough in here to finish this one. Maybe not. Oh, maybe. Interesting one. Alright. Are we getting bored yet, ladies? I gotta dry this. That's cool. Oop. Thought I had it dry. We're gonna mess with this one. This one's got my attention. Just see what we can do here. Think. Might have to use paint on this. I don't know. Bingo dauber's gonna stay. Yeah, it's doing a funky thing. So let me grab my oopsie sheet. All right, bye. Oh, excuse me. Okay. And this one. Oh, I got Gobby right here. Fix that right now. All right. All right. It'll be interesting when it's done. That's for sure. I'm going to bring this over, though. There we go. All right. I'm going to let this dry. How long have I been on here? Let's see. I've been on. I got about 10 minutes. What other color do we want here? Let's see. We'll fix that. We'll bring that up. Make that look like that. Maybe a. Ooh! Well, that didn't help me. I like that some of the orange is coming through. I'm okay with that. What color? Let's see how yellow looks. I rarely use yellow. I'm just using the same brush. I just wipe it off on a piece of cloth. It don't bother me if it comes through from the other color. Actually, I'll do that purple. So I'm going to grab purple and I'm going to go around in purple. Okay. Grab white, or yellow, I mean. This has been, a project. It's going to be so cool when it's done. Because now I'm going to grab turquoise and I'm going to add the turquoise down here. Let's bring it down. cool. Oops, I picked up some purple there. Oh well. It's all right. It's going to look cool once I get done with it. But it's going to look cool. All right, I'm going to let that dry. I'm actually going to put this down so I can pick up any paint. Clean it off. Oh, it's a little bit. Not much though. I like how I got that swirl going. Sometimes I like the press ones than the actual one I'm working on. I'll let that dry for a while, and then I'll determine what I want to do. A lot of paint on there. Plus I keep, I'll leave that. I'm going to leave it. I like how you can see the Saturn coming through. I like the circle here and circle there. So I might highlight them with a pen and just kind of doodle. Who knows? We'll see what it looks like after it dries. And backside. Oh, look at that. So I might do kind of the same concept on the back. I'll let this dry. But I'm going to call it a day. I've been on here for 2.5 hours. I want to thank everybody that came in and watched me today. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. As always, be happy, be kind, be safe, be funny, be crafty, and be nice to each other. Bye, everybody, and have a good day.